Echo Glen is a state-run juvenile detention center for boys and girls. Majority of the kids are between 13 and 17 years old, and they come from every corner of the state. These are kids that have grown up in horrific childhoods. One of them, her mother had coerced the two of them to commit a crime that got them 24 years in prison at age 13 and 14. God sent me out there, and I was thinking, me? I'm a mother of preschoolers. I don't know anything about teenagers, especially teenagers in big trouble. Right next to me came in this young woman. She was probably about 15 years old, and she just started talking away very casually to me, just talking to me like I was her best friend. And then before I knew it, Danielle whipped out a picture of this beautiful little baby, and she said, "I need to stay clean so that I can be there to raise my baby." She just wanted to be heard. And that's a lot of them are really that way. They just want to know that they matter and somebody wants to be there to listen to them. The main goal is really to help the kids experience being humanitarians. We would have the kids all paint t-shirts and take photos of the kids receiving the t-shirts and bring them back to the Echo Glen kids. These two young women, I didn't really know them the first time I was there, but when we came back a year later, they stood up in front of all the other incarcerated kids and said, "You know, I used to think the world revolved around me, but after I saw the smile I put on that face with just my t-shirt, I realized I'm happiest helping other people." There are so many different ways that you can get involved, from going in once a month doing art projects with the kids, to the service project socials, to mentoring. We've even had volunteers come in and do fly fishing. There's a huge need for somebody to come in and teach photography. We do Love Letters from God every February 14th, and that's where the whole community really comes together. I believe we had about 8 churches last year. Each child received 15 cards telling them that we care and that Jesus loves them. A lot of the really tough max security guys were pasting them up on the walls in their cell and just surrounded with the love of the community. We even have a program that's mentoring, where you walk with one child once a week for a good 12 to 14 weeks, and you just walk them through an action plan of how they're going to go the right direction.
Mostly involves a relationship building, but also life skills that might range from personality identifications regarding their strengths and weaknesses, how to do a job interview, and we also have even done different activities like baking brownies and baking cookies.
There is no greater joy than partnering with God in supporting a group of kids that, you know, really don't need much to feel like they're loved and cherished. And it's heartbreaking at sometimes. They break your heart. But they also, when you see them leave and they do something good, it's so heartwarming.
Actually, about 60 to 70% of the incarcerated youth in our country actually end up back being incarcerated. Less than 20% of those that are at Echo Glen actually return.
My prayer would be that before they leave, each and every one of them knows God, knows their God-given dream, and has a plan to actually move into that God-given dream. The only qualifications you need to volunteer at Echo Glen are to be 21 to work with the kids, and they will do a background check on you. But all you need is just compassion, to care about the kids, to be able to listen to them and let them know that they've really been heard.